What does it really cost to be a hero? We admire courage, sacrifice, and bravery, but we don't often stop to ask what those qualities demand from a person who carries them. In today's episode of Brenton, Bryant, and Calvin's Talks, or also known as BBC Talks, we're exploring Beowulf, one of the oldest heroic stories in English literature, to see what it teaches us about the price of heroism and how these lessons still matter today. In Beowulf, our hero wins glory by defeating Grendel, then Grendel's mother, and finally, many years later, a dragon. But these victories don't come without sacrifice. Beowulf risks his life for others, and in the end, he loses it while saving his kingdom from destruction.
The poem forces us to ask, is the cost of heroism worth it? Does the hero's sacrifice bring lasting peace or just a temporary victory? And if true heroism requires sacrifice, how do we see that play out in our world today? Early in the poem, Beowulf seems invincible. He defeats Grendel with his bare hands, ripping off the monster's arm. The text says he twisted in pain and the sinews split and the bone joints burst. Beowulf emerges victorious without even using a weapon.
At this stage, his heroism seems cost-free. He wins glory, Hrothgar's admiration, and the respect of the Danes. But this glory comes with expectations. By proving his strength, Beowulf must take on the burden of always being the one who must protect others. His victory set a standard that he and only he can fulfill. That's one of the first hidden costs of heroism: responsibility. Heroes don't just get fame, they inherit the weight of being the one that people could always turn to. Think about modern day first responders or soldiers, or even social activists. The more they succeed, the more they are expected. And that is constant demand.
Yeah, the clearest picture of the cost of heroism comes at the end. As an old king, Beowulf chooses to fight the dragon that threatens his people. He knows that it may be the end. The poem tells us, and I quote, "I risked my life when I was young. Now I am old, but as a king of the people, I shall pursue this fight for glory of winning." And it says this in Beowulf. He wins, but at the price of his life. But people mourn him, and the treasure he won is also buried with him. Here, we see heroism both noble and tragic. The hero saves others, but cannot save himself.
But the cost of heroism isn't only about death. It's also about what a hero leaves behind. Beowulf's men built him a massive barrow by the sea, so sailors will remember him. The poem says, "They said that of all the kings upon the earth, he was the man most gracious and fair-minded, kindness to his people and keenness to win fame."
Beowulf gains eternal glory, but his people are left vulnerable without him. His death means instability, and enemies may attack. In his sense, heroism comes at a cost, not only to the hero, but also to the community that depended on him. This connects to what scholar Tolkien argued in Beowulf. The monsters and the critics, the poem is not just about winning, but also about inevitability of loss. True heroism means choosing courage even when defeated.
Does this idea of costly heroism still matter today? Absolutely. Think about firefighters who enter burning buildings knowing they might not make it out with their life. Think about soldiers who risk their lives in war, or even whistleblowers who lose their careers to tell the truth. These modern Beowulfs are people whose courage comes with sacrifice. Our culture often celebrates the glory of heroes, but forgets the toll it takes, the physical danger and the mental strain, or even the loss of life. Just like in Beowulf, the cost of being a real hero is real. It's something in society must reckon with.
So, what does Beowulf tell us about the cost of heroism? It shows us that heroism is not about easy victories. It's about sacrifice. sometimes even the ultimate sacrifice for the good of others.
But next time we admire a hero, ancient or modern, we should not only ask what they won, but also what they gave up, because that is the true cost of heroism. Thanks for joining the BBC podcast. I'm Brenton.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Calvin.
And we'll see you on the next time when we bring another ancient story into today's world.
Let's go!
Thank you.